They thought killing his dog was the worst mistake they could make. They were wrong, because when John Wick came back the first time, it was revenge. But this time, it's war. This is the movie where John Wick doesn't just fight criminals. He fights the entire assassin underworld. Stay till the end, because this chapter proves one terrifying truth. Once you step back into hell, there is no way out. The hunt for the Mustang, the movie begins immediately after the events of the first film. John Wick is no longer hiding. He's on a mission to retrieve the one thing taken from him, his stolen 1969 Mustang. John tracks the car to a chop shop run by a ruthless crime lord named Abram. What follows is a brutal gunfight inside a warehouse, where John moves like a machine, precise, cold, unstoppable. Even when outnumbered, John never panics. Every shot is calculated. Every movement is efficient. He gets his car back, but peace is still nowhere in sight. Because the past has finally come to collect its debt, the blood oath back at his home, John attempts to return to normal life. He fixes his house, feeds his dog, and tries once again to bury his violent past. But then, a man from his former life appears. His name is Santino d'Antonio, a powerful Italian crime lord. And he holds something John cannot ignore, a marker, a blood oath. Years ago, Santino helped John complete an impossible task so he could retire. In return, John swore a blood oath. In the assassin world, a marker is sacred. It cannot be refused. John tries to say no. Santino doesn't take rejection lightly. That same night, Santino burns John's house to the ground, destroying the last place John could ever call home. And just like that, John Wick is dragged back into hell. Back to the Continental with nowhere left to run. John returns to the Continental Hotel, the neutral ground for assassins. Winston, the hotel's manager, reminds John of the rules. A marker must be honored. There are no exceptions. John accepts his fate. Santino's request is simple but deadly. John must travel to Rome and assassinate Santino's own sister, Gianna d'Antonio, so Santino can claim her seat at the high table. John doesn't argue. He knows what happens when you refuse the underworld. Rome, where death is art. In Rome, John is given weapons from the Continental's secret sommelier, guns like fine wine, each designed for a specific kind of killing. John infiltrates Gianna's coronation ceremony, moving silently through ancient catacombs beneath the city. The atmosphere is heavy, ceremonial, and deadly. When John finally confronts Gianna, she knows why he's there. Instead of begging, she takes control of her fate, ending her own life before John can pull the trigger. But the job isn't done. Her bodyguard, Cassian, attacks John immediately. What follows is one of the most stylish action sequences in modern cinema, a brutal fight through tunnels, staircases, and crowded streets, ending with a silent gunfight in a public train station. They shoot each other with suppressors, while surrounded by civilians who never notice. This is the world of John Wick violence hidden in plain sight. Betrayal at the top, John completes the mission and returns to New York, expecting closure. Instead, Santino betrays him. Santino places a massive bounty on John's head, claiming John acted without authorization. Suddenly, every assassin in the city is hunting him. The price on John Wick is now $7 million. And the city turns against him. The city turns red. From subway stations to crowded streets, from museums to hotels, John is attacked non-stop. Men, women, old friends, strangers, everyone wants the bounty. John fights through wave after wave of assassins, barely surviving each encounter. The exhaustion shows. The injuries stack up. This isn't revenge anymore. This is survival. Rules are meant to be broken. Desperate, John tracks Santino back to the one place he believes himself untouchable, the Continental Hotel. Santino hides behind the one rule no assassin dares to break. No business on Continental grounds. John hesitates. Then he pulls the trigger. With a single bullet, Santino dies inside the hotel. The room goes silent. Everyone knows what this means. Excommunicado. Winston confronts John. Killing on Continental grounds is unforgivable. But out of respect and friendship, Winston grants John a 1-hour head start. Before punishment begins, John is declared excommunicado. No services, no protection. Every assassin in the world is now free to kill him. As John walks into the night, wounded and alone, phones across the city light up with a single message. Excommunicado. The hunt has officially begun. Ending. No way back. John disappears into the shadows, knowing one thing for certain. This life will never let him go. There is no peace. There is no escape. There is only survival. And the war is just beginning. That's John Wick Chapter to 2017. The film that turned a revenge story into a full-blown underworld war. Now here's my question for you. Do you think John Wick was right to kill Santino inside the Continental? Or should he have played by the rules? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you enjoyed this recap, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more intense movie breakdowns.